Dear Riot Games, thank you for striving to create an engaging experience for all of your players. As some feedback, here is what I just experienced in my last game. Autofill is activated, whatever. I eagerly wait to be told that I am the autofilled team nutsack for this game. Great, my top laner locks in Varus. Dope. My ADC has the intelligence of a plastic fork, why wouldn't she? Their Yasuo is an M7 spamming wind shitter, like they all are. I am starting to worry that I have seriously insulted plastic forks earlier. Is this serious? Dead Yasuo still spamming mastery, typical, vampire boy is fed. Of course he is. We surrender at 15 just to be flamed by the typical 9-year-old playing that wind shitter champion. Sincerely, Rav. So now, for the 74.1% of you that are apparently new to this igloo, in my last video I talked about the benefits of rocking Grasp on Ezreal and adding a constant intake of boogers to your diet until you are so manly that you literally become unkillable. But apparently not everyone has heard, because as after my having a Teemo top and a Vayne jungler, my team was not convinced of the power that this mad booger consuming twinkle tits of a champion brings to a game. So what did I do? I showed them Booger Boy's strength and waved a giant donkey dick over the other team on repeat just so that I could remind these rabbits that they doubted my raw power. So let's get into the dank changes that many of you recommended to this build and hit the highlights of Tanky Twinkleshit's adventures. If you are new here, please slap the piss out of that subscribe button because we are growing like the coronavirus and there's no stopping us now. Alright, let's very briefly break down my runes. I already talked about how Grasp is good because eating boogers boosts testosterone and Dick Diff determines 90% of games, so eat up shumps. Demolish lets you vandalize statues way more effectively. Bone plating makes every trade in lane feel like a gentle foot massage, and unflinching keeps the big dick you are growing from being stunlocked. Presence of mind because Jesus Christ himself preached about the power of mana, and coup de grace makes low health enemies a nice tasty dessert for your bursty boy Q's. The game starts out with me and my pyromaniac burn victim of a support against High Noon Obama and his stealthy Ninja Turtle. The idiot Pyke stealths up and reveals himself quietly tiptoeing through our minion wave only to get firefucked, stunned and lit up by our combos. He tries to retreat by running in a straight line, but I hit one last bursty boy to take some gold home for daddy. My team just wants to watch How to Train Your Dragon 5, but the Ninja Turtle comes tiptoeing back all alone only to whiff a hook on a non-moving target before we combo and send the dashing dick back to his cave as Obama lights some warning fireworks in our direction. I stop back in lane to check on my hooded midget employees and then run back up to help my tie-dyed lizard take down the blind kickboxer. I then put a ring on Lucian and send him running away. The slither slut is now in our lane and you absolutely don't want to get caught staring at her titties, so I look away before she checks if I was peeking and get to safety. I land a giant translucent banana on the Pyke and then burn my summoners and whiff a W and fail miserably just to purposely trigger the people watching this video expecting challenger quality gameplay. I will see you boys in the comment section to address that one. We are back at lane and the Ninja Turtle wants to play another game of peekaboo. I'm a dead bitch as I slap him around before he pulls my burn victim. Obama legislates my support pretty quickly, but I hit a twinkle tit combo and these shitters just bought daddy a new sheen. I am tabbed out watching TikToks while I back when this medical wrapped barefooted fuck decides to ruin my day. He sonic shuffles his way to me and takes me down, but me and the turret are boys and he doesn't let the crime go unpunished. We are vandalizing their statue when the burn victim lights a match under the turtle. I patiently take my time and wait a few seconds for the dumbass to tire himself out and stop pacing around and then line up and ult and gobble up the gold. Then Lucian comes and I steal a super fat booger straight from his nose and then continue defacing this tower. We take it down and I do a little ping ping on the map to let Brandy Boy know the Lee is top and no one is going to hurt him. His cauterized brain must have understood the message because he full-fledged flashes into danger to blatantly with a combo on the ADC, but I come in to ensure that work gets completed before we go home to the kids. Me and Lizzie the Lizard are mid lane when the blind kickboxer comes raging in asking why people are skipping his classes. I shave his pubes with a whiffed bursty boy and then he starts punching and kicking me like a crazed moron. I kite back and eventually take him down. I shoot an ult at topside Gronk because he asked me to wake him up and then look away from Slitherslot's tits before she catches me peeping. I get caught off guard when Pyke flashes to hook me, but I slap him silly before dying to the snake's fart smoke. Back at mid when Lizzie sends a ghost letter out to see if anyone is interested in switching to Geico and it looks like their walking boulder might be a buyer. He temper tantrum charges to knock up the lizard as I dash in to take him down. The Ninja Turtle executes and then I flash out because I know the bitch is gonna X mark the spot shit on me any second, but I hit a quick dodge to escape. I land a super clean combo on Slither Slut, but then I keep my distance because I'm a married man and getting caught looking at those perky tatas would mess me up, so I let Brand do the honors. We are then showing each other our nipples in the bushes when Lee tries to join in. I bait the Q and then swap places with him only to send him off with a fat W bursty boy combo before I attempt to cope de grace his anus with a long-ranged ult. Lizard Lizzie tie-dyes the shit out of their ADC and then we push on. I zoom over the wall to molest the turtle before Lee drop kicks the shit out of me into my team. I back off to avoid the rock slide and then finish off the kickboxer. I then kite back to crack the rock and then cock block the Ninja Turtle before he can X mark the spot on the burn victim. A big fight is brewing and I shoot a Q literally through their bike before Lizzie goes a little overboard and flashes over the wall. I shift over to stop the snake from bullying my lizard and just barely avoid getting caught staring at those tits before Lee comes up and I dodge a sonic snowball. I shift out of the Ninja Turtle's hook but still get avalanced by the asshole and knocked up. Luckily I am kanky AF boys and I just casually eat all the damage before shitting on the stone and then finishing off the fight by impeaching Obama. We start a protest mid when Brandy Boy and I switch it to W for Wombo and hit a fat coordinated bursty boy against 4 of them. They melt like butter and then I methodically shift their malfights ult like a boy genius and we celebrate a nice ace for the boys. Then of course Brand decides to flame me for stealing his quadra even though I am the one slinging the big wang in this town and he's just cauterizing the wounds when I'm done. I see Ricky the Rock up top all alone, so I decide to give him some company. I come up and slap an elegant combo on the homeboy to send the pussy pebble running, allowing me to just stomp right in top lane uncontested to take the tower and inhibitor. For the 6 mouth breathers in the comments that already have their question typed up, here was the final tanky Ezreal build that I ran and it felt good as hell. Let's summarize my following game because my banging internet GF Lux said she's not into tanks and is off finding herself fooling around with some assassin chick this game, so I am just lonely left with my dumb pink cat. I get overwhelmed with jealousy and dash in to assault her new GF until she crystal cuckolds me to save the bitch, so I divert my attention to my lost love and chunk her down till she flashes away. Luckily Troll Kingdom Barry Bonds is in the neighborhood and runs over to finish daddy's business. We then set up a nice little level 3 tower dive on the Star Girl and I dash and miss a Q to let her know it doesn't have to be this way, and then run off burning heal to survive the statue's wrath. I just got done smoking a doogie with their red buff and Barry Bonds has my banging X all tied up for me to slap a super fat wanky for the kill. Then me and the giant troll continue our pursuit. The anorexic tree shows up and summons a bush for him and his rock pet to get freaky with Barry, but I break it up with a slick ult to send them running. The salamander joins the party and Kitty Tits channels an ult to stun the fleeing freak show. I am now just a supporting cast member on the show called Troll Taint and Kitty Shit Dive a tier 2 turret, and I generously cast a last minute heal to try and save Barry Bonds, but it's not enough to spare his dumb ass. We are taming this red dragon when my banging XGF doesn't think I don't see her checking out my ass in the bush. I put some of my piss in a bottle and throw it over to her to remind her of the good old times, and it's enough to make her want me. She asks for it and I start to give it to her until her new jealous GF tries to interrupt. I slut shame the bitch for cock blocking me and in a drunken rage I take down both chicks in a clean combo. I am now top lane all alone and sure enough my banging XGF comes running in trying to make up, but I just dodge all of her attempts to come onto me, launch a Q right by her because she doesn't deserve it anymore, and then send her back to timeout. Me and White MC Hammer come flanking in to throw a dance party and the anorexic tree is the first one to get pushed into the middle of the awkward dance circle. Lysandra turns a collie into an ice cube and then I send a long-range banana to deliver some potassium to the bitch. My team and I continue the immense pressure until we end up taking home the W. I have now shown Lux what she's missing out on by saying she doesn't like tanks, and it's only a matter of time before that beautiful blonde piece of ass is throwing herself at me and we are laning together again happily ever after. Shout out to all the naked Eskimos in this insanely fast-growing igloo. I feel like every video we have a couple hundred more subs and I couldn't be more grateful. We just broke 5K and I have a nice duo game with a very big league YouTuber that will be coming out next week. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing for more, and if you are already a naked Eskimo, slap your naked ass down on that thumbs up button to like the video, and let's keep this train rolling. Have a good one. Brush your teeth, pet your dog, jerk your wee, and eat your veggies. Watch rap videos and stay sexy. Rav out.